Hello and welcome back. And today we have another Q&A. It was exactly 3 months ago and about 40 videos back that I did the other Q&A with the teaser. Today there will also be some teasers in between the questions. And first of all, thank you for all the nice comments. And yeah, the nice comments I like best, of course. Keep going, doing great job. Looks great. And so yeah, it makes me feel good. But there are also questions. Some of them I answer immediately, and some I answer and then I think later, oh, maybe it's not such a bad idea. So yeah, first of all, I had a message from Daniel, and Daniel said your sound is still too low. So I found out I do indeed have microphone problems, and I'm working on that. He even donated to my PayPal to help me. So I bought a new microphone. It's still arriving. One to put here on the air, and I have a little Bluetooth thingy because maybe it's just a cable problem. So let's see if that improves. Mark said, yeah, I see you clean up very nice all the old frequency counters and multimeters. Can you explain better what materials are used, or what do you do? So I will do in my next cleanup. I have a nice meter coming. I will explain better what I do. And then I had a question from CT1ACP. He said, yeah, this field tech, the FY6900, can I use it to calibrate my S meter on HF? And then I think, yeah, I prefer to use my Marconi. But then I think later, well, maybe if you turn the voltage completely down, then it's possible. So let's do a compare with the Marconi. I will just put my CB band 27 MHz, also HF. Let's see if we can find a comparison, and maybe we cannot do it exactly on S9, but maybe S9 plus 30 dB or something. We need to see what voltage compares best. So we can do that today. And I had a question of, he sent me an email, he found my email address. It was from Janus, and he said, can you make some more pictures of your FA2 frequency counter? Because he had a problem on the import circuit, and he is afraid something is broken there, and he likes to see what are the values of the components there. So I will make some detailed pictures, and I also put in the link below for everyone to download if you like to have a better look. And we have some teasers of the stuff that is coming. And I do realize, even though it was 4 months ago in my other Q&A and teaser, some of the stuff I still didn't do. But yeah, so that's a good thing. There is still, but it will come. And so there is enough to stay tuned, I would say. And now I put a little teaser. And we will be going back in time. So first question, Janus, he wants to have pictures from the FA2 inside, and it could also be nice for you to have those pictures. I will put the time lapse so it doesn't take too much time. And another little teaser, I will be putting power switches in the front, but we need to find the space, because as you can see, it is very impractical. Again, the power switch is on the back. So if I need to switch it on, I need to take all my stuff out, and then you can switch it on. So I will try to find a location where to put the switch. There is some space here, there is some space in between, but that's gonna be another video. I already found the space for the switch. In this one, the best position would be here, but I have two the same, and that one has an extra row of buttons, and in between here I don't like. And also you come then in the HF area, because this one is here and then you need to turn it away, or that I don't like. I don't want to switch in between, because also with your hands you are like this, and the button here on the top, that is possible to put it here in the same line, but that is inconvenient if I do that here, because you are not using your buttons like this, you're actually using it like this, because it is on top. So then with the second row it is inconvenient, so I prefer then here on the bottom. And there is, well, the space is very little, but I also have a very tiny switch, and it can just go in between, you see here, in between the display and the board. Yeah, there is a good fit. And then you can line it up underneath the second, well, here is the second row of switches, and then you just switch it on in this position. So then when it's switched on, you can just put your plugs without touching the switch, and when you switch it off, the pin goes to this one, and then it doesn't matter. So that's my idea. Okay, that were the pictures. You can download them from the, I will put the zip file in my description section. You can just download that. Now we're gonna go to the question of CT1ACP. I think it's him, and he asked a question, can I use this simple signal generator to calibrate my S meter? And I'm gonna look in the table, but I think if I remember correctly, on HF the S9 meter, if you put it exactly on S9, it would be around 50 microvolts. So, but I check the table and I make a setup, and then we're gonna see the difference between the Marconi and the Fieldtech. Okay, I have a setup. I have an old CB. It was actually my first. This is not my first, but this model I had, and I bought it again, and it's the Amro CB007. I like the 007 because of James Bond, but also look at this. If you're talking about an old CB, this has the old look with the silver and the round meter. It's yeah, it's a little bit different than the other Cybernets with the square S meters, but it is a Cybernet, so it's just a look, but I like it. It is 22 channels, half watts, so yeah, but I just use it as a reference. Let's see if we put it on, I have the table here, I will also put it in the comments below, the S meter table. And if we look at the table, then you see that S9, so that is exactly on the edge of the green and the red, that is the 9 bit. Receiving power on 50 ohms should be 50.06 microvolts. Below 30 megahertz, well, this is 27, so that is good. And yeah, maybe we can do the same on above, but this one goes to 80 megahertz, so I think that's a bit silly. So we just try on 27 megahertz, and we see if we can output, if it goes that low, 50 microvolts, and if not, we can pick another. We have also a plus 10 and a plus 30, and the plus 30 should be 500 microvolts, and so up. So the meter goes up to plus 30, I think. But let's start first with the Marconi. I put first to see if I put 50 microvolts of receiving on this, if it even goes through 9. So I have the CB set connected to the 12 volts. It is a mobile kit. Yeah, I will put first the Marconi. I can type in the frequency, but much more easy for me is just to put it on a transmit test. I will going to transmit channel 22, and it says here that is 27.225 megahertz. RX is DX, and I go to my receive test, and then my receiving is there. It already says 5. We are on how many microvolts? That is 0 dB. So level microvolts. It is on 2.2 microvolts, and yeah, I see if I can zoom in on the meter. Okay, we zoom into the meter here, and 50 millivolts should be, it should go to 9. I switch off the noise because it will be a little bit too much. So if I go to 999, okay, this is not well adjusted then, because if I go to, yeah, it's too much, it goes. So that took a little bit time. I also tried with another radio because the field tech doesn't adjust that well in the lower values, and of course that's what you want if you adjust the receiver. So I found the little step you can do is about 1 millivolt. So I tried first with a little attenuator with 30 dB, and later also with 20 extra, so that is a total of 50 dB. And then I could adjust really from 1 millivolt up to 100 millivolt, and that more or less equaled with a Marconi from 0.7 microvolt to 100 microvolts. And I will give you the table to download. So it was a bit of I was a little bit struggling with because I wanted first to have exactly S9 on the 50 millivolt on the Marconi, but then it turned out that that is a lot for these little receivers, so I could not even get it to 30 plus if I had the correct measurement. So I think, okay, that is not, I'm not even gonna bother, and in the end it doesn't matter, because it's just a comparison how many millivolts you put with this one and how much it will compare to the Marconi. And if that's S9 or S8, I don't mind, because it's just what we do. So I found in this one, and it also depends on your calibration, of course. I didn't change any calibration, so it's just as it was from factory. And yeah, I hope that that helps. So that's it. I hope you guys are satisfied with the answer, and that is what I could find out. So I hope you also like the teasers, because they are coming. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.